Whether you're looking for some extra monthly cash flow or to build long-term wealth, there's a real estate side hustle to help you make that happen. In this video, I'm sharing some of the best real estate side hustles that you can get started with today, even if you don't have a ton of cash. First up is house hacking. How house hacking works is you buy a place that's larger than you need and you rent out the extra space. For example, you might buy a duplex, live in one side and rent out the other unit, either on Airbnb or as a long-term rental. Or you might buy a 5-bedroom house, live in one room and rent out the other 4 individually. Now, this seems most doable for younger professionals and couples who don't need as much space, but it can be a way to save big on housing and accelerate your path to financial independence. Number 2 is rental properties. Rental real estate is a side hustle that can earn relatively passive cash flow month after month, and like everything on this list, doesn't require a real estate license. If your local market is too expensive, take a look at our partner Arrived, which lets you buy fractional ownership in cash flowing rentals. Instead of needing tens of thousands of dollars for a down payment, you can get started with as little as $100. Number 3 is live-in flips. The government wants people to move into homes that need some work and fix them up. And in exchange, they give you a pretty big tax incentive to do so. To do a live-in flip, you need to live in the home for at least 2 of 5 years, doing the rehab work over that time. And then when you go to sell the home, there is 0 capital gains tax. You might not want to do this long-term, but you can build up a nice tax-free nest egg of $250,000 to $500,000 or more over an 8 to 10 year period. Number 4 is BRRRR. That stands for Buy, Rehab, Rent, Refinance, Repeat. The popular BRRRR real estate side hustle works like this. You buy a fixer-upper property, rehab it, rent it out, refinance it at the new market value, and repeat. Use the cash from the refinance to buy the next property. Austin Miller built his rental portfolio this way, which was up to 17 properties worth over $1 million when we spoke. Number 5 is pre-vetted commercial real estate. Our partner Fundrise allows you to invest in a portfolio of commercial properties all around the country. I've been a Fundrise investor since 2015, and they've consistently paid quarterly dividends. Now, for the sake of disclosure, when you sign up through my referral link, I do earn a commission. All opinions are my own. You can get started with as little as $10, but be sure to check out my full Fundrise review video to learn more. Number 6 is raw land flipping. Now, almost every seasoned landlord is going to have a horror story about tenants, toilets, or termites. And one real estate side hustle that avoids all those problems is raw land flipping. How this one works is you find distressed landowners, often through county records and direct mail. You make them a cash offer for their property and then resell the land for either a quick cash flip or low monthly installments. I connected with one side hustle show guest who built his land flipping business to $10,000 a month in his first year. To learn more, I'll link up the free land investing launch kit in the description for this video. Number 7 is billboards. Like land investing, billboards are another way to make money in real estate without tenants or toilets. You can buy an existing billboard or set up your own by buying or leasing the space from a landowner. Then you can turn around and sell the advertising for up to $5,000 a month, depending on how much traffic drives by every day. If you're liking this video so far, make sure to give it a like to help more people find it. Number 8 is short-term real estate loans. You can help fund real estate rehab projects through short-term loans on sites like Ground Floor. These notes typically range from 3 to 12 months and earn 6 to 10% interest. The minimum amount per loan is just $10, so you can easily spread your investments around to diversify. And if things go south, you've got the property as collateral, so you can typically recover your principal. Number 9 is rental arbitrage. Rental arbitrage gives you the chance to make money from real estate you don't even own. How it works is you sign a long-term lease on a property, furnish the place, list it as a short-term rental on Airbnb or other platforms, and ultimately profit on the spread between whatever you can collect in short-term rental fees and your fixed monthly rent. For example, maybe your monthly rent is $2,500, but you can earn $200 a night on Airbnb. If you rent it out 20 nights a month, you'll be bringing in $4,000 a month in revenue and roughly $1,500 a month in gross profit. Now, there's an art and a science to rental arbitrage, and you should know that's controversial in tight rental markets. While startup costs are pretty low here, furnishing the property is one upfront expense to consider. Number 10 is wholesaling. Real estate wholesaling involves finding distressed properties and motivated sellers, getting them under contract, and quickly selling them to other investors. You don't need much capital up front, just a lot of legwork to go out and find deals and network with potential buyers. Number 11 is to start a mobile notary service. Mobile notary loan signing agents can make around $100 an hour for completing loan signings for new home buyers. It's a great real estate side hustle because most signings take place in the evenings because banks like to lend money to people who have jobs. You can check out our video to learn more about how it works. Once you know what you're doing and are on board with a few signing services, you'll start to get text message notifications of gigs near you. With each one, you can choose to accept or reject it based on your availability. Number 12 is mobile home investing. Mobile homes make a compelling real estate niche because you typically have much lower initial investments than traditional single-family homes. For example, my friend Rachel Hernandez made her first mobile home purchase for $3,600 and resold it for $10,000 on a lease-to-own contract. These days, she earns around $10,000 a month from her mobile home investments. It's also become popular to buy entire mobile home parks as an investment, but naturally, that's going to require more capital. 13 is to rent out your extra space. You're probably familiar with Airbnb, but if you don't want to deal with guests, the Neighbor platform might be worth a look. Neighbor lets you store other people's stuff where you have space for it, like your garage, driveway, attic, or backyard shed. I have to imagine this one is pretty passive monthly income after the initial drop-off. Some hosts report earning up to $10,000 a year running their own mini self-storage operations, but no takers for my attic so far. 14 is photography and staging. Listing agents often hire drone pilots to take dramatic overhead pictures and videos of homes they're selling. If you already fly a drone as a hobby, you might float the idea to local realtors to see if they pay for your service. Some drone pilots report making $200 for a single project, or maybe you could provide interior photography or home staging services. After all, professionally staged homes sell faster and for up to 20% more than homes that aren't staged. And finally, number 15 is Airbnb CoHosting. In addition to her own short-term rental properties, Ziona McIntyre has built a side hustle co-hosting other Airbnbs. In that role, she communicates with guests, coordinates check-ins and check-outs, and schedules maintenance and cleaning. In exchange, she earns 20% of the booking fees with none of the risk or upfront cost. Which real estate side hustle is most feasible for you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're serious about making extra money, make sure to join my free 5-day, $500 challenge through the link below. Cheers.